Excuse me. Welcome back to another episode of Cameo with Nevin Webster. It's a bit of an impromptu one, but this has been in the making since, the early days. So much so that when I first knew him, he went by the name Patrick. He has legally renamed himself, not just his Instagram handle, like his name is legally now Jasper Sunshine. He lives out of a van. He's in Kamloops right now just because his van's getting fixed. So he's living, he's doing the hustle. And Jasper, why are you in Kamloops? Or what happened to your van exactly and what's getting done, first of all?
Live in the flesh, Jasper Sunshine here in Kamloops. So there's like a lot of controversy going on in Victoria, BC, which is like pretty much where I spent the past like month and a half.
Good controversy, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, there's homeowners up on Dallas Road who don't want people living in their vans there, and I get it. That's the crown jewel of the city, but it's kind of unfair to just block one area of town and say, okay, we'll go park somewhere else. And so I've been standing up for our rights of being able to live in a van because it seems like they're trying to make van life illegal. And by doing so, I've been on CTV a handful of times, CBC Radio. I've been on the live radio in Victoria on one of their shows. I've been in the newspaper, and that kind of made me a massive target.
Who's trying to make van life illegal exactly? Like, who is the...
Janice Williams.
Oh, you actually have a real name.
A real name, yeah. She started a petition, and a bunch of people started signing it. And since she started hers, we've started ours like within half the amount of time and have like double the signatures.
So is her problem like she had some like dirt bag in a van camping on her lawn and she was mad?
No, it's not even her lawn. We're camping like in the legal parking areas of Dallas Road, like with the oceanfront view. Okay. And she just feels like sketched out by it, and people are making up all this stuff that we're littering, that we're destroying the park, that it's unsafe, that we're like criminals, and there's just so much blaming and finger pointing. It's just
they're kind of like trying to bastardize the vagabonds.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, people have been doing this lifestyle since the 60s, 70s, 80s. This isn't anything new. Dallas Road, people have been parking there for years and years and years. And why now? Why is this one woman just standing up now, right? What is her yacht club closed for the season? Just kind of crazy. So
yeah, Victoria, I visited there summer of, I want to say like 2016. Man, it's been a while. It was like we went on a vacation, and it was eye-opening to me going to Victoria because I hadn't been there since like third grade. Just like how ritzy it all is.
Yeah, it's pretty pish posh. I mean, Vancouver has a lot of money. I've also lived in Toronto. I've lived on the east side of like Vancouver Island, like Nanaimo, Comox Valley and stuff. And there's a lot of money in some of those areas. But Victoria, just for some reason, just a certain crowd of people. I think, I don't know, maybe the yacht club's closed. I'm not too sure.
It has to do with, it's got to be the
their
government.
Gucci shoes aren't in stock anymore. I have no idea, but we've gone to a meeting with the mayor, and it's turned into this massive thing. And my van became a fucking target. It became a target. My mirror was smashed. I was harassed. Oh. Yeah, some like serious
so like
shit.
You're talking real physical. People are protesting your existence
to live. Yeah,
by destroying your personal property as per
my home.
I don't know. What's more like legit than owning a car? Owning a house is pretty legit, but owning a car is nicer because like you don't have a mortgage on your car.
Yeah, I mean I've got my veteran license plates on. I've said on TV that I'm a disabled veteran, and like all that, it just made me like a massive target for some reason. So I just kind of left the city. I fled. I came here, and there's a company that's taking my van into their shop, and they're decking it out. They're putting like security on it and making it scratch proof, dent proof. I'll give them a shout out. Linex in Kamloops.
Oh, I know Linex.
Yeah, awesome guys.
Greg Stewart used to work for them, and he's like our Kamloops shot putter with one arm.
Oh,
he's massive. He's like
as opposed to shot put with two arms.
No, he only has one arm.
Oh, I know. Bad joke, I guess.
He's a good guy, but he's a monster, man. He's like 6 foot something. I worked with him one evening at a liquor store. Good dude, but so That's crazy that you're having to Line-X your van.
I mean, to be honest, like doing the whole social media game, right? It's a different type of media coverage, right? When I take a picture of my van, when I make a YouTube video, I've got control of the narrative. I'm the good guy. I wouldn't put anything out there to be the bad guy, and I'm not a bad person.
I'm the bad guy. But that's okay. You can be the good guy. You're Jasper Sunshine.
Exactly, right? Everyone needs a little sunshine in their life. And so all this like media coverage and all the accusations and all that stuff made me the bad guy, which made me a target, a visible target on the street. People can find me. They know where I'm parked.
Yeah.
They know where I live. They know what my van looks like. So, yeah, we're decking it out. They're, the guys, the crew over at Line-X is, like really accommodating, and they're just making shit happen. So it's super cool. So in the meantime, I've rented a cargo van U-Haul, and I'm sleeping in that. I don't think that's legal, but I'm doing it anyways.
Yeah,
and
that's why I said you're doing the hustle. I didn't know what you wanted to share or not.
Yeah. I didn't think I was going to talk about it, but I don't know. My beer just got here. I had a couple sips.
I'm not popular enough to like have people really. And of all the things that I've done, like that's like the least on probably their worries. But yeah, and then you got some puppies too. You got one pup.
I got 2 pups. Yeah, I got a husky.
You got a second one now.
Yeah. So last year I drove. I was going to Vancouver Film School. I dropped out because it's kind of a scam. And
Absolutely. School is always a scam.
Oh, particularly Vancouver Film School, man.
I get so many ads for them.
Do you?
Yeah. Well,
They got a lot of money.
I'm in the social media game, and
they are so afraid of their reputation. So I went there for an acting program. It was 4 months long. It was the intro program to the 1 year. And after 2 months, so halfway through the initial program, I had to drop out. There's just so much shit going on, personal stuff, the curriculum I didn't really agree with. And then I went back to Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
I was living in a camper van at the time, and I just had one dog, a husky. Her name is Rhea. She's about a year and a half, almost closer to 2 years now. And I just literally woke up one day, soon after I dropped out, within 3-4 days after I left school. And I'm like, I'm driving to Texas, adopting a dog. That was the thought process. I didn't see an ad. I didn't talk to anybody about it. It just... Texas, yeah. Why Texas? You know as well as I do. If you don't know, then I don't know, right? It just came. It was like, Texas is far. It's cool. Why not? It's summertime.
You can.
Yeah, I can, right? That's the lifestyle. I got the
Alexander
vehicle.
Supertramp.
What's that?
Alexander Supertramp. You know who I'm talking about, right?
No. Is that
What?
embarrassing? Yeah. Should I be embarrassed?
You don't know who Alexander Supertramp is? He was like Into the Wilds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, classic story of, the vagabond gone wrong.
And I've also heard the traveling hobo or lost hobo, like the dog. There's like a dog that
The Littlest Hobo?
Yeah, there you go.
The Littlest Hobo is a Canadian TV icon.
Yeah.
Of like our parents' generation.
Yeah.
And this dog would like take away guns from bad guys. Like this golden retriever.
That's my husky. She's a killer. Stay away.
And I got a boxer who's deadly. That's crazy that you went to Texas.
Yeah, so I went to Texas, and I literally was in Texas for less than like 14 hours. I pulled into the border of Texas from what's bordering west of it, New Mexico, I think.
I'm bad at geography.
Something right west of Texas. It might be, let's just say it's New Mexico. And then I stayed at a rest stop, and then I woke up 5 hours later. I went to a shelter. I got a dog, and then I left because Texas is fucked.
Yeah, man.
I'm like terrified of guns, even though I was in the military, like open and carry, all that shit. Texas is friendly. I didn't see any problems. I didn't have any like negative interactions. People were friendly. It was amazing. But then people were also telling me that like everything on the ground can kill me, like scorpions and rattlesnakes. I'm like, hell to the no. I live in Canada, man. Fuck that. So, yeah, so I went and I spent like 2.5 months in the Colorado mountains. Chased tail, not my dogs. That's a reference to girls. I chased tail around Colorado. I drove from the east side to the west side to the east side to the west side, back to the east side. It was a great time.
Are you in the rock climbing world at all, or like the hiking? Like what niche of the outdoor world do you think you fall into? Because there always is a niche you fall into. Because I used to be the dirtbag kayaker, right? And now I'm the dad.
Yeah,
the suburban dad.
Yeah. Life changes you.
Yeah,
eh?
but evolution.
You evolve.
Yeah,
you evolve, and I mean, probably no regrets, right? It's probably life-changing. It's incredible to have a child.
We started talking when I was in a bad point, man.
Mm-hmm,
I was like rips, like the most. You were on some crazy, like, I don't know, island journey with some friends, like living in the cave or something. I can't remember what it was exactly.
Yeah, that was.
You were on mushrooms, definitely.
No, that was sobriety. Believe it or not.
Oh shit.
Well, and beer, but yeah, it was like my ex-girlfriend and her sister and her sister's boyfriend, all of whom I choose not to talk to now. I don't think it's a good idea to talk to your ex to begin with. And yeah, we had like some pretty amazing memories in Tofino. It was like hidden caves and stuff. So I was like a super big hippie. Like I had long hair. Yeah. And then I like got a van and stuff. I'm less hippie now, even though I got a van.
But your name's now Jasper Sunshine.
That's right. So I don't know. Maybe it balances out. Maybe I'm back to the hippie stuff.
I think the hippies like evolved to like be short haired again because it comes in like waves.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like guys I know who had dreadlocks for years have cut them.
Yeah.
They're still the same guys. They just don't have the dreadlocks, right?
That's true. I mean, I just recently cut my hair. It was like really long, man bun, ponytail type thing.
Yeah.
And then literally the day I got it cut was my friend Nicole. She's got a hair salon in Vancouver, and then she dyed it teal and blonde.
Interesting.
So I went from long hair, being natural hair color, to short hair, teal and blonde. And I don't know. I guess I'm always going to be carrying around the ball and chain of hippiness in one way or another.
You never give up the actual hippiness.
Yeah.
You know, when you live in the woods, you never escape.
I'd say though that my my outdoor niche is like I do cycling in the summer. I'm pretty known on my social media to do like 50 plus kilometers in one shot.
That's a good day.
Yeah, my biggest one of the 2019 season was 104 kilometers in Vancouver. I was gone for like 5.5 hours. I had some friends look after my dogs while I was gone and stuff. And it was awesome, man. Like light up a joint before you go. I recently started doing that, smoking like super low percentage of THC and high percentage of CBD.
Yeah.
And I just fucking rip one right before I go on a bike ride. I bring two with me.
Yep.
I have one, like a 25, 30 kilometer mark. If I'm doing an even longer bike ride, I'll have another one around the 60, 70 kilometer mark. Yeah, and then I finish it off and I have another one
It's
when I'm done.
It's crazy how like powerful that all is, and the worst part is actually the smoke in your lungs, the actual like burning.
Yeah, I mean, like the amount of biking that I was doing, I wasn't really feeling restricted from it. I mean, I've been an on and off cigarette smoker for many years now, and right now I'm actually off, and I've switched over to vaping my weed instead of rolling joints and stuff.
Yeah, I vape a bit,
and I feel it now because I'm not exercising as much. It is wintertime, so I'm not on the road cycling. I'm not running. I am going to the pool and swimming, but in the summertime, I mean, I was smoking 5-6 grams a day. Right? And that
easy.
sounds like a lot, but that's mostly
It's
CBD.
not.
Yeah. I'm not like a super high THC guy. Like I'm not a 20%. Yeah, then I can't even talk at that point.
I'm at the highest you can do, function all the time. Let's, put in our coffee as soon as you wake up.
Yeah, you've got that vibe for sure.
Yeah.
High functioning stoner. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I admire that.
It's actually, I'm at the point where I think I'm like peak stoner, where it's just like, why do we even spend money on it now?
You're the expensive date. I'm the cheap date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, unless you're like smoking with Snoop Dogg, like what's the fucking point?
Yeah, I know.
But, damn. Okay, yeah. I see your hair now.
I do. Yeah. I just took my hat off, and
it's like
teal and blonde. It's fading
like
out.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I haven't been doing the purple shampoo that you're supposed to do.
Okay.
I've just been doing regular shampoo, so it's been washing out faster because I might do a different color or I might not. I don't know. But yeah, so I do cycling, and then in the wintertime, I'm a seasonal skier in Whistler. I've yet to go this season. I'm waiting till the Linex crew finishes pimping the fuck out of my van, and I'm going to probably just go for a weekend or something.
What style of van are you driving right now?
What style?
Is it like a Chevy Astro? Is it a hippie van? I can't remember what your van looks like. Or describe your van for the people who are listening.
Like the one that's in the shop right now? Yeah, so it's a massive, absolutely massive ex-BC Hydro van. It's a big cube van. It looks like a big moving truck. It's got the mom's attic. For those who don't know, that's the cab that hangs over the driver's area.
You got a contractor truck of a van.
Yeah, it's all aluminum. It's a V10. It's gas, so my pockets are deep. and it's just crazy, man. I've got my bed is up in an attic. I've got a Murphy couch. I've got a sink. I've got a 2-burner stove. Got hot water on demand. I've got a propane heater. I've got a wood stove. I've got a fridge. I've got 740 watts of solar. I've got 550 amps of lithium ion. I've got an Xbox. I've got a 43-inch TV.
I have not been following along your journey because, like, last time I saw you, you were like cramping.
Pimp.
You were cramping in the back of your van.
It's pimp. Yeah, now it's different. I mean, right now I'm cramped in the back of a cargo van, so that sucks. But
sure.
when I do get my van back, it is amazing. I've got a full studio apartment kitchen setup.
Really?
Like when people come in my van, I have the 2 front driver's seats. I have the cab. I've got that blocked off with a screen.
Okay.
So light doesn't get through. And people are always like, "What's on the other side of that?" I'm like, "It's a van, dude. That's the driver's area." And they're like, "Oh, right, I totally forgot."
Man, I really like the tiny house movement. I've been obsessed with that concept since being in summer camp. Have you ever seen the documentary Garbage Warrior?
No, I haven't.
This guy in California who just makes sustainable housing out of garbage, and it's a fascinating documentary you can find on YouTube. And ever since then, I've always wanted a small house. But going from my small house duplex to what I have right now, just for breathability, I finally understand having a full-size house. God forbid.
Yeah, I mean, for sure I would want a full-size house. I've been having this discussion a lot lately. Is it cool to cook in a van because it's a van, or is it cool to cook in a van because you're not paying a mortgage and you're not paying rent?
Wait, your question has to do with cooking in the van?
I'm just using that as an example.
Okay.
There's this big fad around being in a small space. It fucking sucks. When you're crammed in an area, it fucking sucks. Yeah. It's not cool. It might look kind of fancy on Instagram with the wood paneling and a wide view lens and shit, but it sucks. So I totally respect the house game. Absolutely. Yeah. If I could get a house tomorrow, I would. Well, but I also enjoy not paying a mortgage and not paying rent.
Yeah. It's more not I guess it's just you have when you're in a van or a small space, you have to be creative in how you approach something, right? You are inventing your space, whereas a house, you just have to fill your space.
Yeah.
And my wife and I were struggling with our small space, right? To make it functional, it just got too cramped, right? Even though I could do the van down by the river life or whatever, but
absolutely,
it's nice to have a house, but the whole van life thing, it's unaffordable. I prospered. I made money selling my last house. Mm-hmm. Most people are not in a position. Why did you first get into a van, or when did you make the leap, and what reaction did your peers have when you started?
So I'm a transplant from Ontario. So all my friends from Ontario thought I was fucking retarded.
What part of Ontario, first of all?
Toronto.
Okay, I can really make fun of you because I'm Cambridge. So, if you're Toronto, yeah, you're, way out of your element.
I know.
Toronto is the most urban of urban cities.
Yeah, concrete upon concrete. Even the plants are made of concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, or there's just pictures of it, like North Korea. So, I mean, all my friends on Vancouver Island, they were, supportive of it. They're live and prosper, bro. It's all about the hippie life, bro. And I'm like, okay. Not really. It's just a good way to skip out of pain. I was living in a small ass room in a mansion. There was 24 rooms that you could rent in this just picture a frat house, but minus all the drunk 20-year-olds or teenagers. It was all working people, in their mid-20s, maybe some into their 30s that had jobs, in town. It was a downtown location, pretty much Yonge and Bloor. Okay. And it's super central for those who don't know. And the rent was still $600 a month. And it's smaller than the size of my cube van. I have more area in my cube van. That's just unbelievable for $600 a month. And I park in the oceanfront. I mean, hashtag Dallas Road, Victoria, right?
Yeah.
You know, anywhere else on Vancouver Island. I drove down to Texas. You can't take your home for $600 a month out of the house in Toronto and move it around. It's a brick and mortar spot.
Are you doing the internet hustle lifestyle, making money on the side too, or you're just kind of?
Not really, no. So I'm on a government pension. I'm just kind of living life. I mean, I had a
YouTube
channel. Yeah, I paid my dues. I had a YouTube channel with 14,000 subscribers, and I didn't like the vibe, and so I clicked Control Alt Delete.
Yeah.
I didn't save any videos. I just deleted it. It was monetized,
I love that.
everything. And I started a new one. I've got like 340 subscribers. Woo. I put up 4 videos, and I deleted them all again.
Yes.
Just because that's not what I want. I mean, I'm going to find what it is that that I vibe with, but I don't want to put content out just for the sake of putting content out. I want to be actually the biggest thing for me of doing social media for like 4 years is I want to be proud. I want to be happy with the content I'm putting out.
Totally.
I want to laugh the entire fucking video.
Yeah. I feel you.
That's my kind of direction. That's why I deleted everything.
Yeah, the internet's an interesting place right now where like the amount of negative just floods out the positive. Yeah. And to actually do the work to do the positive, people think you're crazy.
Oh, let's get deep. Should we talk about my old brand about mental health?
Man, mental health fucking branding, like, I'm so fucking sick of that shit.
It's risky business. I mean, I grew, into the thousands of followers on Instagram and YouTube from openly talking without an ulterior motive. Just openly talking about my struggles with mental health. Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm feeling fucking depressed. Yeah. Hey, the other day I had a PTSD flashback. Hey, I've got lots of anxiety. Just being super, super transparent. And then I became the guy that was meant to fix everyone's problems.
Yeah.
Hey, man, so you openly talk about this stuff, and I've recently been diagnosed with depression. You mind helping me out? Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's tolerable. Yeah. Dozens, hundreds, thousands. That's driving someone mental.
And you know what's even worse, though, is like, then Bell Let's Talk Day comes around. Like, I went on like a manic episode 2 days before Bell Let's Talk.
Yeah.
And
that's marketing.
And I got in trouble by people. I had 3 phone calls about my manic episode, and then Bell Let's Talk Day rolls around, and it's just like corporate posts, chirps, crickets.
I hate it.
And it's like, guys, I have 100 podcasts out where I'm pretty open about who I am, for the most part. You just don't like what you're hearing.
Yeah.
And how raw and honest it is. And how, like, willing I am to choke you out with your own words.
Ignore the comments. I've now stopped reading comments. And messages that I don't know how to respond to. I just flat out leave them on scene. I don't reply.
Absolutely. I however, like doing scene messages for, like, targeting people, but I do a different avenue than you. But, like, text messages, man. Like, if someone doesn't want to text with me, they're not worth my time. In my opinion, the amount of people that I've filtered out of my life just by saying text me. That's the only way we will.
What? Because they want to call you?
No, they want to. They want their platform to operate, right? When asking for a favor from you, right? So, like, we're at this point where, like, you can make a flood of good content appear in a small town like this by just doing hashtags and just like commenting on 100 people's things that are like 2 years old, and they'll just be like in their Facebook feed again, right? It's just gonna rise all to the top.
Interesting.
It's very, very simple, right? So like someone like myself, right, in 10 minutes, who's very fast on a computer, can find 100 pieces of content and flood the whole city with whatever I want to say.
No.
Right? So, it's like, okay, why do you have to be the mental health guy? Everyone should have 7 people that they can reach out to in their life, in theory. Right? Like, you have your fortress, your seven strong ones that you talk to or whatever. And
why 7? I've never heard that.
Well, the idea of keeping your circle small, right? Like,
okay.
7.
What about
Nevin,
1? I've got 1.
1 works. it depends on how strong you are, right? Or whatever it be, right? Like 7, like maybe you only talk about this particular thing with that person. You know what I mean? Like you offload that aspect of your, if I have a business life, I have a personal life, I have a, mental health, like you don't have to blend them all in one burden of a person is what I guess I'm saying, right?
Mm.
Some people want you to be like their personal Jesus.
That's true, and I feel like a lot of people as well want to just talk. And that's why I stopped posting about that, because people just, man, I had people messaging me in 2015, 2016, hey, I'm depressed. And then they come back in 2018, 2019. Hey, can you answer me from 4 years ago, 3 years ago? Same problem exists. And like, take action, folks. Take control of your life. I mean, I don't know if I just snapped the fuck out of something after I changed my name and had like a whole bunch of realizations and a whole bunch of experiences and became, as they call, woke. I became a lot more aware of what the fuck is going on in my life.
Bright-eyed.
Yeah.
Bright-eyed. We're at Bright-eyed Brewing, FYI, guys. Shout out.
That's a good
Mitch. He's the homie.
And I just like, I internalize a lot more, but I find peace that way.
I get it.
I don't need to talk about things as much.
You've
if something's
you've
bothering
hardened.
me, I find a solution.
You've
right?
hardened.
Yeah.
And honestly,
thick skin. Thick skin.
Thick
We
skin.
need. They should be teaching that in school. I mean, I don't think that bullying is a good, idea. It's not, but people should be finding a way to like teach you how to grow thicker skin. I've had lots of people in my life saying
sports are
you're
supposed
weak.
to do.
You're weak. They literally, friends look at me and say you're weak. You're moving away in 2 months. I remember this. My last 2 months in Toronto, I used to vape nicotine a lot. I go to a vape shop, Eastern Block Vapes. The owner's name is Jan, and he'd say,
Shout out Jan.
Shout out Jan, and he'd say, "You're weak. I'm gonna get you some thicker skin. I'm gonna rip on you until you leave." And it was good for me, man. It was really good for me.
Yeah, that though is like that's the spirit of competition, in my opinion. Right?
I think
so
like competition, competitiveness is amazing.
Like I'm a big Gary Vaynerchuk fan, and I'm starting to understand his thesis behind like sports, right? Like how, I'm not big into hockey, but I'm getting into hockey because my daughter's grandparents are into hockey and she loves the Kamloops Blazers and Digger, which is their mascot.
Yeah.
But you join a team and then you have something to chirp and harp on someone about a game, and then you shake hands at the end, right? Like, I'm starting to understand like that because like my brother's in Calgary, right? I grew up kind of like going to the Calgary Flames games. Now I'm not a hockey person, but I'm starting to feel that draw of like pride of Calgary Flames, going against Vancouver, right? Because big bad Vancouver, right? You know what I mean? So then I can, you can just harp on each other, and that's how you thicken your skin. But you're not actually saying anything of like. It's the
beauty of the sport. Like, look at McGregor, right? He talks so much shit in press conferences.
Who's McGregor? I don't know hockey. I told you that.
No, it's not hockey.
Who's McGregor?
Oh my God!
Conor McGregor.
You sound like a dumbass.
You're talking about
UFC
Conor
now. McGregor. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on, man. You should know the last name.
I don't really know UFC.
Left shoulder, kick to the head, right?
See, and that.
But he talks so much shit, and then he shakes hands. He shakes hands with his opponent. And the last guy he fought, Cowboy, he took a picture with Cowboy's mom or Cowboy's grandmother, and it's all the sport of the game. It's competition, right?
Yeah.
You get that fury, that blood pressure just rising, and you learn how to push your body and your mental limits to points that you're not used to. You get out of your comfort zone. And then you shake hands.
I'm of the person who's like, is fighting really the sport that we're gonna like champion around? Because I think there's much cooler sports. I'm fascinated with esports.
Yeah, we should have a bake-off.
Yeah, bake-offs.
Yeah, pansies like you should get in the kitchen and wear an apron and bake. You got 30 minutes to bake me a cake as fast as you can.
My wife loves those fucking Netflix shows. Loves them. Like, I don't get it.
I'm joking about the pansy thing.
She hates like vlogs or YouTube or like documentaries, but she loves these Netflix bake-off shows about making cakes.
Oh, is that an actual thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I made that up.
No.
Hilarious.
No, it's big. There's like 3 different seasons.
Oh
they have like
God.
celebrity guests, like Derek Dobrik's like ex was like one of the judges or something. I think Lizzo was a judge at one point too. I don't know. I'm very bad at
Liza.
Is it Liza? No, it's Lizzo.
His ex?
Oh, I'm talking about two different people now.
Oh,
at this point.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't know who McGregor was.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it took me a while. I thought we were talking NHL.
I know.
But
yeah, he's that goalie, right? McGregor,
Yeah.
the goalie?
But I don't know. I think the only UFC fight I've ever seen was when I was in Salt Lake City, and it's just, I don't know.
Whether you like fighting or not, I was just making an analogy about sports in general. Like, for about 2 years, I really toned down how much physical activity I was doing. I mean, as a kid growing up, I used to play all the sports, literally all the sports. And then in the military, I was always physically active, pushing my body and my mind to those limits and always growing. And then, I got nailed with all that depression, PTSD shit, and it just really, got to me. And I let that define me. And then posting on social media about mental health, I let that consume me. And then I was like, well, why don't I just talk about my feelings today? Why don't I talk about my feelings for this month, for this year? I don't need to exercise because I'm talking about my feelings. I don't mean to say this in a way to make anyone uncomfortable. If that's what you're doing, then that's who you are. Like, I'm just saying for myself, that wasn't good for me. And so I've recently started to take back control of my physical well-being. I talk about things less and I do more. I don't say, hey man, I'm going to go for a run tomorrow morning. I'm really feeling it. I just shut my fucking mouth and I wake up tomorrow morning and then I go for a run.
It's like I grew up watching snowboarding films, right? Or skateboarding films, and they really defined the vlogumentary genre in a way, right? And I look and compare, and I see, the unhappiness of people on social media, of the fakeness, but then also in that, fake it till you make it. This is the paradox. If you're unhappy,
social media's fucked.
If you're unhappy, you should be able to say it, right? But if you're unhappy, you also shouldn't try and spread your negativity.
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes it needs to come out. Well, where does it go?
Say it once. You get one opportunity to say you're unhappy.
Ooh, that's
and then
a good one.
Fix it.
Yeah.
And if you remain unhappy, then that's your own fault.
Yeah.
To an extent.
To an extent,
I mean, I'm coming off as kind of harsh.
I look at it kind of like sobriety in a way, right? Like, you rack up your chips and you count your days and you get excited and you rally your community around you, whatever it be. But it's like I'm reading my daughter's books and it's like, I love your happy side. I love your silly side. I love your mad side. It's like, at what point as humans do we forget that we have other emotions than just fine? You know what I mean?
No. Physical and exercising right on a daily basis or weekly basis and eating properly as you shove a mouthful of fries is scientifically proven to decrease depression and all those things. I remember, man, I would fucking order food because I couldn't even leave my house or my van, right? Whatever it would be. I was just not showering. I've been there. I have 100% been there. And if you think, oh, well, you don't know what it's like, I fucking know what it's like.
It's and that's the thing, though.
And how you get out of it, you fucking put some running shoes on, rain or shine, and you get outside and you go do something. Go to a gym. Force yourself. Put your phone down.
Do you know the analogy of the cave? And
no. I was shaking my head. I mean, no.
You should read more into it because I'm going to butcher it. But basically, everyone is the 1% in their own reality, right? Like, this idea of binary of, there's a king and there's a pawns, right? Like, who says that we are all a position on a chessboard?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, there is a social hierarchy, sure. But you can transcend that or whatever be. And in the allegory of the cave is that no one will ever fully know you or what's in your head.
That's right.
And that's all you need to know.
And
everyone is the 1% snowflake, special, perfect being.
Yeah.
And they're the demon's child. There's no, I don't know.
You don't have to feel like you need to fully let people into your head. Your head is your head. Leave it to yourself.
True.
I feel like yeah, I'm fucking guilty of this too, man. With Instagram, YouTube, all the social media stuff, we try and literally take people into our everyday, every moment lives. I'm here, I'm there. This is how I'm feeling all the time. Oh, my salad's a little soggy. Ooh, it's raining. Ooh, it's this. Not feeling it. And there's like 20, 30, 40, hundreds of updates every day and every week, and it's fucking mental.
Yeah.
It's mental. Like, you don't have... I don't know what it is. Like, the older I become... And I'm only 26 right now.
Really? I'm older than you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I had no idea. I always thought you were a bit older than me.
I get that a lot.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Why are you sorry? You're the old man. I'm sorry for you.
I am the old man.
Let me go get you a cane after this.
I do have to go to bed soon, so we're at like 35 minutes. So
You're a dad, though.
I am a dad.
I get it.
Thank you.
The older I get, the more I realize, like, insecurities are just ridiculous. I mean, you shouldn't... like, being embarrassed and stuff, I get that. Okay, that happens, right, if you're not expecting it. But you don't have anything to prove to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, as a teenager, I remember I used to not go out I used to not go to school because I had fucking pimples on my face.
Seriously?
Yeah, 100%.
I had the biggest...
And I've got like a breakout right now because I've been so stressed. I don't care.
I had the biggest pimple of my life on my prom night.
Oh.
And like, I remember...
You probably didn't get laid, did you?
Dude, I was still a virgin at that point.
Up until last night, right?
Basically, yeah. Until my baby came. I remember popping that thing in the bathroom of the prom, and I swear to God, 30 milliliters came out.
30 what?
Milliliters came out. Like, I'm talking it was bad.
I heard you the first time. I just want you to say it again.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a prom date that night, so I managed to convince the photographer that he owed me a photo regardless. So I had like a picture with 7 girls, you know, to be like the big pimp, and there's just like a massive pimple on my face.
But like, as a kid, so the prom, what is that? Like, you're 16, 17? Like,
yeah.
that's normal. Like, I would kind of be afraid of someone if they literally had never experienced being embarrassed. Like, I think when you're growing up, your teenage years, like being a teenager, going to school and shit, middle school, high school,
there's
college,
some weird pressures.
It's funky. But once you get out of that, once you start getting a job, once you start, you know, getting the career type jobs and stuff, once you start getting into your 20s and you go to bars and you drink, you smoke, you party a little more, you start to experience life, you maybe travel, you don't need to get permission from people. That's what I'm leading up to. You don't need to get permission. Hey, mom, dad, friends, I seen somebody on social media travel, or they moved to Australia for 2 years. Can I do that? Mommy and daddy are going to say, no, of course not. You got to stay here. You got to get a house. You got to get married. You got to have kids or whatever. Just fucking do it. It's possible. You can literally do anything that you want, and you don't need to ask permission.
Yeah, and that's part of like the struggle of like, I would never have had the life I have if I wasn't pushed by my parents. But there was times when I was definitely pushing back and wish I got my way. But butterfly effect, my life would never be the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So... And I see it. Like, I see some, you know, this one kid, and I'm very happy for him. I had him on the podcast early on, Adrian Falk, smart kid, skateboarder, loves video stuff. You know, his parents support him. You know, he's now, you know, doing Mike Wigley's waxing, you know, snowboards or whatever, just to be there, right?
Nice.
Like, and, you know, who runs the video department there at Mike Wigley's? You know, my best man of Nevin Webster at my wedding. You know, Luke Lauren, right? Like, hey, bro, give him an interview, give him a shot. You know, like, let this kid not go to college because he's passionate, he's about it, right? Like, I don't know. I challenge that all the time of like, what is passion and what is expertise?
It's learned. Passion is a learned skill.
That's interesting.
I don't think it comes naturally.
I use addiction to become passionate. That's my trick. I have a yo-yo in my fucking pocket, dude.
You have a yo-yo in your pocket?
I have a yo-yo in my pocket because my plan was to like get myself passionate about yo-yos because I think yo-yos are going to make a comeback.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
What are they going to be called? Oi oi?
No, they're going to be just like ADHD kids just need like a new thing for like fidget spinners that like actually is productive. Like there's a whole like yo-yos are like karate for white boys.
I did karate as a kid.
We all did karate as a kid.
They go to like Chuck E. Cheese or Dairy Queen afterwards?
Oh, no, I didn't do that.
No?
No, I never went to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's a good way to spend your 19s.
What, karateing Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, I'm kidding. You're 19 years old, go to karate lesson, and then go to Chuck E. Cheese. mommy, I need coins.
I read Chuck E. Cheese's backstory recently. It's something like he had a birthday and no one showed up, so he opened Chuck E. Cheese's so that he could always have like birthdays or something. It was a really sad reason.
Passion.
Really
Passion.
sad reason. I'll take my bill because I gotta get going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're still doing okay? Do you want your bill as well?
I'm good for now. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Well, Jasper, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up pretty soon.
Oh, that's it, eh?
Well, 40 minutes is a pretty good long time.
Dude, I can keep talking. I'm halfway down my beer.
I
But you
know.
gotta go. I know.
Yeah, I push the limits.
That's
in
all right.
this.
I'll see you in 3 years from now.
Yeah.
Like when we last touched base. Probably been 2-3 years.
No, it was like 28. Okay, 2 years. Shit, I am old.
You are.
Like, all right. Well, thank you for tuning in. You can check him out, Jasper Sunshine on Instagram. It's probably your best contact point. Just leave him a comment. You know, don't like.
Because I read those.
Yeah, he doesn't read those, but like it helps him. I read comments. And I engage for people. I do the professional hype man thing, so I'll go comment and reply to people there. But yeah, go check him out. See what it's about. He's got a cute dog. He's got a cool van.
Dogs.
Dogs. Right.
Yeah.
See?
Don't discriminate against my Texan.
Right. I'm not. I'm not. I'm an old man. I forgot. Okay, Alzheimer's. Anyways, thanks for listening in. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and be sure to join the community. It's good to watch each other's back, be accountable. If anything struck out to you, I will actually text you back if you text me, because fuck it. 250-572-4668. And I hope you like MMS messages because I love Photoshop. Anyways, thank you, Jasper. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.